Alright. Um, I think we've done this one. Okay, part 110. Title 49, Chapter 10. Surface Transportation Board, Chapter 10. Alright, part 110. Procedures governing informal rulemaking 110, 11. I'm sorry, 110. 1110. Procedures governing informal ruling proceedings. 1110.1. Applicability. 1110.2. Open proceedings. 1110.3. Publication notice. 1110.4. Participation. 1110.5. Consideration comments received. 1110.6. Petition for the extension time of comment. 1110.7. Availability of dockets. 1110.8. Additional adoption of final rules. 1110.9. Petition for waiver. 1110.10. Petition for reconsideration. Art 1110.1. Applicability of the parts contained with the general rulemaking procedure that apply with the issuance of an abandonment, the repeal of the rules, general policy statement, other interpretation rules, laws of the Surface Transportation Board under the procedures of Section 553, Title 5, United States Code of Administrative Procedure. Art 1110.2. Opening procedure. The board may open the rulemaking procedure with its own motion. It does in doing so, it may consider recommendations of other than agency, United States, and other persons. Any person petition with the board to apply with the proceeding issue, amend and repeal a rule. Each petition seeking the institution of the proceeding file under the section may be submitted along with the 15 copies of the Chief of the Section Administrative Office Proceedings, Surface Transportation Board, Washington, D.C., set forth text, substance, rule, and abandonment proposed, specifying the rule of the petitioner who wants to have repealed or modified, explain with the interest of the petitioner to action requested containing the information of the arguments available to the petitioner support with the action sought, but it may be detailed environmental energy, small business consideration. In real case, the board will grant any deny petition with 100 days of the receipt. If the board determines of the petition that contains adequate justification, it will open the rulemaking procedure with 1110.3 will notify the petitioner of its action. If the board determines that the petition does not contain adequate justification, adequate justification for opening rulemaking procedure, the petition will be denied with a brief statement of the grounds for denial of the petitioner will be notified of the board's actions. If the petitioner under the section concerning with the common carrier of the railroad is granted, the board will proceed as soon as practicable and petition is needed. The board will publish a statement of the reason for the denial with the Federal Register. Art 1110.3. Publication and notice. Interpretive rules and general statement of policy rules relating organization procedure. The practice may be issued with a final without notice of the other public rulemaking procedures. Rulemaking proceedings. General rulemaking procedure will be opened by the issuance either of a notice of the intent of the Institute of the rulemaking procedures and advance note of the proposed rulemaking. A notice of the proposed rule, the board will publish the notice of the Federal Register. It will invite the public to participate rulemaking proceeding. No notice will be issued within the board. It finds the good for a good cause. The notice is impractical, unnecessary, or contrary to the public interest. Note of the proposed rulemaking will include 1. The proposed rules prepared, discussion of why the rulemakings are needed and the intended to accomplish an identification significant date and the proceedings such as the date of the comments must be filed within the rules proposed to take effect. And any relevant address, name, telephone number to individual board who can, and within the board who can provide further information concerning the proceeding and supplementary information required, reference of the legal authority under the rules proposed, edition being published with the Federal Register, note that the proposed rulemaking subsequent to notice of the decision rulemaking proceedings will be served on the parties by office proceed with the made with available to the public through Office of the Public Assistance, Government Affair with the compliance to the extent possible. The date served the same with the day of the publication Federal Register. When the servant of the publication dates are named the same of the day of the publication Federal Register is controlled with the purpose of determining period set out with the procedure notice issued in individual proceedings. 1110. For participation, any person participating in the rulemaking procedures by submitting with the written information view of the additional board may invite the person present or original arguments participating in informal conferences appear to the informal fact-finding hearings, particularly with any other proceeding information contained in written submission with it will be given the same consideration. Alright, 1110.5. Consideration comments received. Alright, timely comments for the consideration before final action is taken on the rulemaking proposal. Comments who have later are filed later will be considered if possible without incurring expense, delay, prejudice of other parties. 11.10.6, petition with extension of the time of the comment. Any person with the petition board with extension of the time to submit the comments responsive to the notice of the proposed rulemaking. Administrator of one copy may be submitted at least 10 days prior to the deadline with the file comments following with the petitioner does not automatically extend with the time with the following petitioner comments. The board will grant the petition only if the petitioner show for the substantive interest for the proposed rulemaking good cause extension, if the extension of the public interest, if an extension of the granted notice of it will be part of the Federal Register and will apply with the person. 11.10.7. Available documents pending rulemaking proceedings are maintained with the office. Proceeding with these documents are available to inspection by any person, with the copies may be detained by the payments of the prescribed fee. 11.10.8. Adoption of final rules. If the consideration of all of the comments received with the final rules are adopted, the notice will publish in the Federal Register. 11.10.9. Petition for the waiver that any person petition board with a permanent temporary waiver that any of the rule petitioners shall file with the Chief Section Administrative Office Proceedings, Surface Transportation Board, Washington, D.C., 2042300001 shall identify the rule involved. 11.10.10. Petition for the reconsideration. Any person with a petition for the reconsideration board decision rulemaking procedure petition should be filed within 20 days of the date when the final decision is published in the Federal Register should be identified with the interest of the petitioner specifying action for the arguments favoring the action. Alright, and that was Title 10, Title 49 CFR Chapter 10, the 2017 edition, Part 110, Proceeding Governing Informal Rulemaking Procedures.